Welcome back, familiar, to NorthsideLDN for the Arsenal versus Man United preview. Listen, this is going to be mad. Staffy will be joining us in literally 2 minutes, so don't worry about that. We're definitely going to be chopping it up about Staffy's team. Man United. You know what I mean? It's going to be crazy. Let me know in the comments what you, man, think of Man United. I don't think that they're done. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely finished. I think that team's absolutely done out here. Do you know what I'm saying? This is a must-win. I'm not accepting no Bukaria. I'm expecting Arsenal to be performing properly. I don't want to see no rubbish, bro. I don't want to see no rubbish. Make sure these men perform. I do not care. If we lose to Man United, bro, after Crystal Palace, pack them out 4-0, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to break the internet. I'm going to break the internet. I'm not hearing no rubbish, bro. What's going on with my eye, man? I mean, yeah, man. But yeah, listen, I ain't hearing no rubbish, man. Arsenal better turn up. There is no excuse. We're in good form. We beat Bournemouth. Yeah, majority of the team are playing well. Saka got a goal against Bournemouth. Trossard has been coming in clutch. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't want to hear it. We've got Thomas Partey and Declan Rice, the midfield that we wanted to see all season. There's no excuse. And man, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Yeah, we're seeing the starting lineup that we want to see. We've got the lineup that we want to see. We've got Tomiyasu at left back. We've got Ben White at right back. There is no excuse for any Bukaria. And anyhow, this manager bottles this game, I swear down. It's going to be a 4-hour rant, and I ain't going to stop, not even to breathe. Yeah, I'm going to finish this guy, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, yeah, I don't want to hear no rubbish, bro. Man United are there for the taking. No, I'm not taking them as mugs because our record against Man United isn't the best. Also, Man United, the way they play football, a lot of times we struggle to break down teams that play the way that Man United play. I hear all of that, but I don't care. Get me the results. I do not care. These men got absolutely slapped up against Crystal Palace. Man couldn't defend. Man couldn't even... Bro, the problem with Man United, I've been saying this. Man United, yeah, if they just sit back like they did against Man City, yeah, they can nullify you. As soon as they try to counterattack, if the opposition wins the ball quickly, they don't know where to be because the coaching is uma desgraça. Yeah? So make them counterattack because they don't know how to get back in position. If they just sit back, then we're going to struggle to break them down. Make sure that they attack us and then we'll hit them on the counter. That's what we need to do. At the end of the day, listen, Casemiro was stinking up the place against Crystal Palace, but it wasn't just Casemiro. And we've been seeing poor defending from Man United all season. I'm not even going to go on like it's the first time I've seen Man United defending poorly. I've been seeing Man United defending poorly all season, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I've seen the lot get cooked at times. I've seen Johnny Evans put a stinky performance. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Ten Hag, I know you have injuries, and I know that you didn't have all the players that you wanted, but still, bro, like, you've got Amrabat on the bench, yeah? And you've got no defensive midfielder in that midfield to protect the back line when you're making up, when you're putting Casemiro in a position that is not his natural position. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Oh, I don't know what my ears blocked. But yeah, literally my ears been blocked all for that last stream and everything. So listen, if they sit back and let us have the ball, we may struggle to break them down. If they open up, I can see us slapping them up. I can see Arsenal slapping them up. I can't lie. If they sit back, don't allow any space in behind, don't try to attack us, don't commit anyone forward, we're going to struggle. And like we already know, it's already out of our hands. We need a win. We can't justify a draw. We can't justify a loss. You know what I'm saying? One more draw, one more loss, it's done. It is what it is. It's done. So listen, we just need to make sure that they try and come out to attack us, because they don't get back in their defensive formation very well. They're not very well trained. The players look like they're all over the place. Mainu is a great player, but he's not being coached properly. Ericsson, his legs is done. Most of their players, well, not most of them, but quite a few of their players look like they need mobility scooters. They're not good enough. They're not versatile enough. They don't have the movement. It's just not good enough. You know what I mean? Garnacho, he's not good enough. Let's just keep it real. Rasmus Højlund has been one of the worst signings. You know what I'm saying? He's an absolute bum. I don't know what he brings to the team. He hasn't got great link-up play. Doesn't have great hold-up play. He's not a great finisher. Let's just keep it real. Anthony, He's had a couple of good games. It seems like he hit form in some of the last games, but I wouldn't say he didn't have a great game against Crystal Palace. And then again, it is what it is. They got Mason Mount. I mean, what is Mason Mount going to do? What's Mason Mount going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, Mason Mount is trash, bro. Trash. English tax. English tax. Because he's British, they gas him up. But really and truly, what does he actually bring to the team? He's rubbish. He's rubbish. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Then you look on their bench, it ain't that great. Like, Amad Diallo, like, he's still a player that's developing. You know what I mean? Then they got flipping players like Wheatley and Jackson. I don't even know who these guys are. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if they're going to have some players back from injury. Man United are there for the taking. They're there for the taking. Get the job done. Get the job done. Even if we stink out a 1-0, a win is a win. A win is a win. I don't want to hear any nonsense, bro. Any nonsense. So listen, that's how I see it going with Man United, man. We better be beating Man United. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear no excuses, bro. No excuses. But you, man, let me know what your score predictions are in the chat. He is going to be joining us in a bit, Staffy. So just hold on. He is going to be joining us in a bit. But what's this here? Why text me when I'm live? That's fine. That's fine. I will flipping out. I will. Bro, why message me when I'm like, bro? I swear down. I don't know why people mess, bro. What part of I'm live do they not understand, bro? I swear down. So annoying. Like, you can't wait to get home to ask me a question that's not even for now. I swear down, bro. Just be single, bro. I'm telling you, these lot just do your head in. Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Listen, I think that we're gonna win 1-0, man. I think that we're going to win 1-0. I don't think we're going to smash Man United. We don't have a great record against Man United. And Man United, this is the thing. We can't take them for idiots. I've been saying it. Look at how they performed against Liverpool. Everybody expected Liverpool to win. Liverpool players started playing like they were by the beach because they were winning. And then all of a sudden, Bruno scores and Maino scores. You know what I'm saying? One thing that Man United do have, to be fair to them, they have players that can change a game because they have goal scorers. You know what I'm saying? They do have individuals that can score goals, that can get goals. You know what I mean? So, listen, I don't know which of their players are coming back, but they do have a couple of players that will score the odd goal, even when they're not playing well. Even when there's so many games this season that I thought, Man United should have lost this game. How did they, these jammy filhos da puta, how did they do it? I just don't even know. Like, they're playing trash, but some way, somehow, they find a way to just get a goal out of nothing. It just doesn't make any sense, man. Any sense. It really don't make no sense. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We just need to make sure if they play Casemiro the way he wasn't able to control Eze, Mateta, and Elise, we need to exploit that. That's what we need to do. We need to exploit that. You know what I mean? If Casemiro is playing in that position, I think a lot of players as well at Man United, they're thrown in the towel. I don't even think they will even want to be there. I think a lot of their players are kind of done with the manager, done with the system. They're just waiting for the next manager, if I'll be completely real. I can't even lie. I think it's kind of... A lot of those players have checked out, if I'm going to be completely honest. I think a lot of players have checked out and don't want to be there. I don't think Casemiro wants to be there. I think he just kind of had enough. I'll be real. I think he's had enough. I think it won't take too much longer that Mainu's is going to have enough as well. And I think he's a great prospect. If he has anything about him, he won't stay at Man United if it continues like this. I know they got the whole Project Ineos and this and that. Nah, bro. I wouldn't bun that, man. Bun that. Big up to Staffy for the Staffy raid. You know what I'm saying? Big up, familia. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Everyone coming in. But yeah, man. Listen, Man United are here for the taking, but I got a bad feeling about this game, man. I'm expecting Arsenal to beat them, but I got a bad feeling, bro. Bad feeling. I remember 2 years ago we played them. We had all the possession in the world and they still beat us. You know what I'm saying? They still beat us, bro. This team, they don't need possession. They don't need to play well, and they can still get a performance and get a result. So I'm not completely confident. What are you saying?
Why'd you invite me here, man? Leave me alone. I'm done with the season, bro. Is this NBA content? Are we talking about the Knicks? Is that why I'm here?
No. We're not talking about the Knicks now.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Man United, man. Big Man United.
I don't know who that is, bro. I don't associate myself with that team anymore. I'm gonna see all the memorabilia behind me, the decorate. I'm taking all that down. All that won't
Hold
be there.
on,
No.
man.
I'm taking that down. It's gonna be Knicks. It's gonna be Jalen Brunson. You know, it's gonna be. Listen, I'm sticking to the NBA, bro. These guys were when everyone told me stick to the NBA, they knew what they were talking about. I apologize. They knew what they were telling me, bro. These guys told me to stick to the NBA. I thought they were trying to just be xenophobic. Apparently, they were just trying to warn me that United is gonna be shit this year. So I need to stop being stubborn. I need to listen to the streets a little bit more. So I'm just gonna go focus on that, bro. But how you doing, man? What am I here for? What more do I need to say about this dead United team?
No, we're just gonna talk. I've got no clips. Yeah, we're just gonna talk. Let's start it off with Crystal Palace 4, Man United 0. Where did it go wrong? Where do you think the manager's getting it wrong? What players do you blame? What's your thoughts?
Honestly, bro, you're asking me where did it go wrong? Where did it go right this season for it to go wrong? You need to go right somewhere first before you go wrong. And at no point this season did we go right. From the beginning of the season until now, we've always been a crap team. And I've said it when we were winning and I said it when we were losing. But everyone accused me of being toxic and negative and this and that. You're being toxic and negative. Toxic and negative. You're being toxic and negative. Well, am I toxic now? I'm at negative now. The only thing that's negative is our goal difference. You absolute. What do you say? Felus de puta. That's the only thing that's been negative this season. We're on a -3 goal difference with about 3 games left in the season. And we got to play Arsenal next. Then we got Newcastle. And then we got Brighton. So if you actually think we're picking up any points in the next 3 games, I have something coming for you. I have something else coming for you. And it's not me. It's going to be them 3 teams that we're going to play because I'm telling you, we're not doing anything, bro. That Palace game, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. Wallahi, Northside, I didn't get angry. I didn't rage. I didn't start yelling. I didn't start screaming. You know why? Because I accepted my reality. I feel like the people who still got angry, I understand there's a large part of this fan base that still take a lot of pride in supporting United. A lot of them are older people, and I'm never gonna tell them how to feel. Like I don't police emotions. Like if you want to get angry, get angry. If you don't care, then just don't care. I don't care. But I just knew it was gonna happen, bro. I predicted a 3-1, so I was just off by 1 goal. Take that one that I gave United and just put it to Palace. There you go, 4-0. I can't tell you that I'm surprised. I really wasn't, bro. And you're gonna be like, "Stop! It can't be that bad." No, it is that bad. It is that bad, bro. The fact that we pull up to games and I don't know how we're going to play football, the only thing I know is that we're going to be inconsistent. We're consistently inconsistent. And that's the sad part about this United team. We're pulling, I know people want to use injuries as an excuse, but let's just be very honest. At no point this season did you look at United and you're like, you know what? I know what United team is going to turn up today. You can't. You'd be lying to yourself if you did. Everyone who predicting United, bro, it's just like throwing a dart like a dark room. You don't know where it is. If you hit a bullseye, you just got lucky. You just don't know what no consistency is here. We have no structure on and off the ball. Defensively, we're always exposed. Players are not in their positions. You got center backs like Casemiro pushing into the midfield, trying to play tiki taka, and then when they lose the ball, you have Mateta running 1-on-1 like prime R9 against Johnny Evans. You know, you got Elise cooking our whole midfield. You got a 6 who's been sitting on the bench all season in Amrabat when we need a 6. You got Maino playing in a lone 6 when he's not a lone 6. He could play in a double pivot or he's more of an 8. You know, you got not Casemiro, sorry. You got Ericsson playing when his legs are gone. You know, you got Erwin Bissaka playing left back against Palace when he's a right back. He has 2 left-footed. He's a right-footed player, but he has 2 left feet. That's how bad he is. And then we put him on the left in left back, where he just gives us no service going forward, and you can't understand what that is. You have one of the worst front lines I've ever seen. You have Garnacho, you have Hoyland, and you have Anthony, one of the worst signings I've ever seen. He's just the thing. He's all over the place, bro. You have Onana, amazing talent. He's such an amazing talent. He makes every savable chance look unsavable. I've never seen anything like that. Like every time he concedes a goal, I'm like, fuck, bro, that was so tough. And then you look at the replay, I'm like, bro, you could have saved that. You could have legit saved that, and he doesn't. The whole thing is all over the place. You got Johnny Evans playing after failing a fitness test. Can you imagine that? You failed a fitness test and you still played a game of football, and you're the only center back available. Johnny Evans at 36, 37, bro. It's just that's what I'm telling you, bro. It can't go wrong when it never went right, bro. The whole thing is just all over the place. The only thing that's still shocking that there's people that still make excuses for this. Like I don't understand how anyone can have a brain and look at this and still make excuses. How? How when you see Glasner go to Palace 3 months ago and he's got him playing scintillating football in 3 months, are you telling me all of a sudden now Crystal Palace squad is better than ours? Because you could say that, but then you look at Burnley, gave us a tough game. How many players would we take from Burnley in this team? Coventry scored 3 against us. How many Coventry players are you taking in this team? You know, we lost 13 games this season, Northside. Are you telling me all 13 oppositions are purely dominant to us? So you're telling me all 13 teams that beat us are way better than us, and they were way fitter than us, and we just had injuries and no one else had injuries. How does that make sense? How does that make sense when you got Gary O'Neill doing playing well with his team as well? You got Ange Postecoglou getting them into European competition in his first season. Even now, Poch and Chelsea, after everything we said about them, now they're ahead of us. How does that make sense? How can anyone look at this and make excuses, bro? You know, so I don't know, bro. I don't know. I've run out of words, Northside. I'm in your situation from a couple years ago, you know, when no one wanted to listen to you. Now just no one wants to listen to me. And it's not just me, a lot of people. A lot of people say the same thing I say. When you look at Rance, when you look at Saeed, when you look at so many people just trying to call out the obvious, and people just don't want to see it. You know, that's why when people tell me, "Stop, when's the emergency stream?" What emergency stream? Why would I have an emergency? This is normal. Someone, I swear, wallahi, bro. One of my friends texted me. He was like, "No emergency stream today." I said, "What emergency?" He said, "Didn't you lose for the Palace?" I said, "Bro, this is regular business. This is an emergency. This is normal. Same thing is gonna happen against Arsenal. There's no emergency stream after Arsenal. It's normal. I'm gonna see what's gonna be this 5-6. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm gonna call my mom. Yo, mom, what's for dinner today? All right, all right. Egyptian food for dinner today. All right, I'm pulling up. That's what's gonna happen, bro. That's gonna happen, bro. It is what it is, man.
Comfort food, man. Comfort food. It's good, man. It's good, man. It's good for the winter. You know, comfort food. Everyone needs something, innit?
It's so hot right here, right now. Actually,
is it?
I'm actually sweating now.
I mean, is any of your players returning from injury for the Arsenal game?
Yeah, but does it matter? So let me ask you this before I actually tell you who's back. Do you see, as an Arsenal fan, I know you keep an eye on United, even though if you don't watch every 90 minutes, but do you look at this United team and you're like, you know what? If they get this player back or that player back, I might be worried going into Old Trafford. Realistically, don't lie to me. Just on personnel itself, is there anyone you're worried about next game if they're back from injury?
Do you know what? Rashford made his name. I'll be real with you. You haven't got, not because I like these players and think they're amazing, but I said this before you jumped on. Man United don't need to play well, but some way, somehow, you always find goals. I know you didn't do it against Crystal Palace. There's a lot of games, like the Liverpool game as an example. You weren't playing well. They were dominating you. But as soon as they made a mistake, you capitalized. They didn't close down Maino. He scored. Kwanzaa made a stupid hospital pass. Bruno Fernandes smashes it into the goal. You do have players that for some reason, they know how to find the back of the net. Now, in the last game against Bournemouth, Gabriel was making stupid mistakes and they didn't have the quality to capitalize off the mistake. Raya had a decision trying to punch it out that he got very lucky with in terms of the decision. If those two players continue to make mistakes, I'm worried. I'm worried because not saying I think that we'll lose to you, but a draw is as good as a loss. If we draw against you guys,
you can't draw against us. Anything other than a win is a loss.
Exactly. Exactly, bro. So that's the thing, yeah. Maybe Gabriel will fix up, but if we give you even half a chance, Man United seem to punish teams when they give them at least half a chance. You do have, as much as your football's trash, and I get that you don't like certain players, you don't rate certain players. I don't rate Rashford. I don't rate Bruno Fernandes. You give them half a chance in the right position, they can score. What was that goal that Rashford smashed it top in the top crossbar? It smashed in
against City.
There you go. Like, I'm not saying more time he doesn't do that, but in the right position where Rashford doesn't need to take on 2-3 players and he's left unmarked in the box, he can score a goal. Bruno always pounces. He'll keep spamming crosses, spamming long balls. If he gets half a chance, he's actually a decent finisher. His overall game isn't great. And that's the thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So Anthony, I know he wasn't great against Crystal Palace, but he's picked up some form in the last couple of games. So
And
it's
he's
not like
actually been
there's
trashed
no
the last
danger.
couple games.
Huh?
He's actually been trashed the last couple games, if I'm being honest.
I thought he's picked up a little bit of form. He was crap against Crystal Palace,
It was
but I
so
think he
bad.
picked up a little bit of form. And like I said, your players aren't great players. Like, oh, look at their game. They're ballers. The one thing that you guys, I don't know how you do it, but you know how to find you know how to find the net. You know how to find the net. And this is the problem. Like for me, yeah, we just need to make sure we don't give you anything. Kind of like Crystal Palace, bro. They didn't give you a sniff. And they were clinical every single time they had an opportunity. Clinical. Mateta, clinical. Elise, Eze, clinical. Everyone was clinical, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So listen, I still have Arsenal to beat you, but you're telling me, do I fear any players that you got coming back?
Yeah,
We just
because
need
you
to
were
make sure
asking me
we don't
about
take these
injuries.
idiots. Huh?
No. So the reason I said that is because you were asking me about injuries, and I'm trying to tell you that at this point, bro, I accepted months ago that anything or any player in and out of this team doesn't really change anything anymore. Big up Rums every time. Rums, big up Monts every time. I mean, big up both of them. We have okay. So just to answer your question, anyways. So Rashford is back in training and Lissandro's back in training. We are so beyond just having individuals come in and change this team to the point that I don't care. I just want players that are available to play in their positions, obviously, but I don't see any major change happening from anyone coming in and out. So Rashford playing on the left wing next game. Yeah, Rashford could give me a moment versus Arsenal because let's be honest, Rashford always scores against Arsenal somehow. Like his first goal of the season this season came against you guys. He wasn't scoring until we played you guys at the Emirates and he scored. You know, obviously we remember when he scored home and away last season. Did he score at home? Yeah, he did. Did he score? I'm trying to remember. I remember he set up Anthony. Oh yeah, he scored a brace when he cooked Ben White, and obviously scored that banger when he got past Partey and put it bottom left corner. So yes, he does turn up against Arsenal. But when's the last time I seen Rashford turn up in a football game? You know, he could have a moment like he did in the Man City game, like you said. But is it going to lead to anything? I don't think so. Lissandro's been in and out this season. Unfortunate injuries, by the way, because I know people now are saying he's injury prone. I mean, the guy fell on his knee. he got an injury, and we thought it was going to be an ACL, and thank God it didn't. It was just a hyperextended knee. But that's just unfortunate, you know. But he's been in and out. He's never been able to pick up some form. We haven't had a consistent back four this season to build up some form together, you know. Not that, to me, in my opinion, we've had enough available players to build up some form this season, and we didn't. But Lissandro coming into this game, what do I expect him to do against what one of the best two teams in the league this season? I don't expect much from him. Bruno, I don't know if Bruno's cleared or not. Bruno didn't play last game because of his hand injury. He's had his hand in a cast. I think he broke his hand or something. But what is he gonna do if he comes in? You know, like I don't think we lost last game because we didn't have these certain individuals on. So for the same reason, I don't expect them to come in and we win. Will it look better? Yeah, of course it would look better. I'd rather have Bruno in the midfield than Ericsson because Ericsson's got no legs. You know, Lissandro coming in. Would I rather have Lissandro than Casemiro? Yeah, Casemiro. Listen, get ready to learn Arabic. Hit me up. I'll start giving you courses because you need to go to Saudi Arabia. You know, you need to you need to go there, bro. Because this guy shouldn't be playing for us anymore. He's so washed. It's actually unbelievable. But yeah, those two coming back. Let's just be very honest, Northside. They don't change anything. They're not gonna change our fortunes going to next game. And all of a sudden, I'm gonna say, yeah, we're gonna lose to. You know what? We have a chance now because we got Rashford and Martinez back or Bruno. I don't really think we have a chance. You know, instead of losing 4-0, what we're gonna lose 4-1. Okay, that's great. It's not gonna do anything for me. You know, that's what I'm saying. We're so beyond just looking for individuals to be back into this team. Because number one, we're not gonna be 100% fit against you guys anyways. We have so many injuries still. And I just don't see anything changing our fortunes. I think we go into this game, and I know you won't say it because you're more level-headed in your fan base and you don't like to speak too soon, but that's just who you are personally. I could say that because I'm not an Arsenal fan. I think we're gonna get absolutely destroyed. And I think if you guys don't smash us and put 3 or 4 past us, I mean, I don't even want to entertain the fact of you dropping points against us. Wallahi, bro, if you drop points against us, two things need to happen. That team should walk back to London. They shouldn't get back on the bus or whatever. They should walk back to London, and Arteta should get sacked at the tunnel. Just because this is the worst United team
100%.
I have ever seen. Just to put some context around this, this team is already on 13 defeats. The worst we ever had was 12 defeats in the season. And I think that was the Ranić season, if I'm correct. So if we already broken that record and we still have 3 more games to lose because we're going to lose all of them. So we're not picking up any more points this season. So this team has already the most defeats. We're sitting in 8th. The worst position we've ever had was 7th under Moyes. So we're already worse than that with 3 games left. And we're on 54 points. Our worst ever points tally was 58 under Ranić and Ole. We're 4 points behind that. And as I said, I don't see us picking up any points. This team is moving towards a projection of being the worst team in United history, Premier League. Okay? If you don't smash this team and beat them with ease, I am telling you, bro, that he should get sacked in the tunnel and the whole team should walk back to London. Because there's no way if you lose the league, should it be on this game. This is probably the easiest game you have in your run. I understand that it's Old Trafford and all that, and you're respecting that you're coming to our stadium. That is the only factor that I think we have, by the way. The fact that it's in our stadium, the fans are going to be loud, and maybe the players will feed off that. That is the only thing that I could use as an argument to why we might get a result. When it comes to football, and I like to talk a little bit analytical and break down the game and get tactical with it, and people say tactico and all that. I have 0 tactical reasons to why we can win this game or even draw this game. So I'm telling you, if you don't win this game with ease, bro, it's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad.
No, I hear it. Listen, I get it. I agree with you, bro. If Arteta loses this game, I want that field up with the sacked immediately. Immediately, eu não tenho mais paciência para essa porcaria. Tô cansado. I do not care. We lose against Man United, I don't care. I already want him gone. Yeah, I already want him gone. The only way he could, for me, he warrants staying at this club is if he wins the Premier League, which I don't think we're going to do. Yeah, but if he wins it, fair enough. I'll say, you know what? Cool. You proved me wrong. Yeah, I'm going to take her in. But bro, I'm telling you right now, if we lose this game, yeah, because let's keep it real, up until the Aston Villa game, it was all in our hands. Yeah, now it's not in our hands because you bottled it against Aston Villa. So now you got to make up for it. You got to make up for it. I think we've lost 6 points this season to Aston Villa, bro. So it's a disgrace.
And you lost 5 to Fulham. That's where you lost the league, by the way. You lost the league to Aston Villa and Fulham because you dropped 11 points there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So I'm not really hearing the excuses, bro. Like there's literally no excuses. Listen, I will give Arteta some praise. He's been putting up the lineup that I want to see in recent games. He has been putting the lineup I want to see. Playing Tomiyasu as left back, keeping Havertz up front instead of Jesus, who I think has been absolutely trash since he's come back from his injury. I was happy that he played Trossard on the left. I'd go with the exact same lineup. I've been waiting to see Thomas Partey and Declan Rice. Yeah, so listen, he's been playing the lineup that I wanted to see. Now it's just about temperament. It's about temperament. I think we've got a team, good enough to win the league. It's just about, do you know what I mean? Not letting the pressure get to us. And if the thing is, I always go back to this game. 2 years ago, we played you. And do you remember when Arsenal fans were so rattled? We had more possession than you, and you guys kept hitting us on the counter, and you won.
It was last season. Last season. We played you guys in the 4th game of the league, and that was Anthony's debut when he scored. And you guys had all the possession, and we hit you on the counter 3 times. Well, I would say 2 times. Yeah.
So you do play a style of football that is a bit of our kryptonite. Even the way you guys played against Man City, you sat back, nobody attacked. The only thing is with your team, one thing I've noticed is you don't get back into your defensive shape when you attack. When you guys open up and try to play football, it's like your fullbacks don't understand they need to go back into their position. And then your manager's setting you up with no DM. You got Amrabat on the bench. I don't understand. He could shield the back line. Yeah, because he can
still play a single pivot. We play single pivot, even though our midfield's been like a donut. It's been like a bagel all season. There's nothing down the middle, and he's done nothing to change that. And we're 3 games into the season ending, and he still hasn't changed it. So yeah, 100%. Our defensive structure is the worst in the league, and that's why I'm telling you, we're always caught out of position. The minute we lose the ball, you see players away from their assignments by like 30 yards. Imagine having to cover 30 yards every time just to get close to your man again. If you're a fullback, as an example, you got to run 20, 30 yards because you're away from your winger. Our structure is just horrible, man. It's horrible. You guys should kill us. But yeah, continue, man.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, I still don't want to hear it, bro. Like, at the end of the day, we're supposed to be on phase 4. You're supposed to be on phase 2. So just in terms of phases and projects, we should be far enough ahead in our project and process to be able to deal with Man United. But like I said, I don't take you lot for mugs because I've seen you guys beat us even when you're in your decline, even though you guys have not been able to compete for major honours. I'm expecting an Arsenal win. I can't lie to you. I'm expecting an Arsenal win. But I wouldn't be surprised with a draw. I don't think we lose against you. I don't really see us losing the game against you. But like I said, the draw is as bad as a loss, man. Ten Hag, I mean, your club, you're being linked to Southgate now. What's your thoughts on Southgate and Tommy Tuchel, bro? TT. Man like TT. TT, do you love me? Are you riding? Beside ya, cause I want ya, and I need ya.
Yeah, you're taking the piss, bro. You're taking the piss. See, this is why I should have told you I'm busy today. I knew this was gonna happen. I was like, bro, if I go on this guy's channel, he's gonna take the piss, rightfully so. He's gonna bring up guy Southgate. Oh. Bro, I am telling you, bro. If we get Southgate, you might see me in London soon. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. My baby. You know, Northside, I'm on a hit mission. You know, I have to go to London. I have to fist this guy up, make sure he doesn't take the job. I gotta bully him, bro. I gotta do something. I gotta save this club, bro. Listen, if we get Southgate, bro, I'm already in your South. I can't trust anyone. And I'm, bro, you know what it is, bro? I'm trying my best to stay level-headed, stay objective, to not say anything crazy, to not go out on the next manager before you hire him. But if you go for Southgate is my only exception. Bro, this guy hasn't managed a club since 2009. 2009. You know where I was in 2009, bro? I was in Egypt still. I was riding camels in Egypt. That's where I was. Salam alaikum. Going to school today. You know, that's what I used to do. But sabah khair. I just arrived at school. You know, let me park my camel and I'll be here. That's what I was doing in 2009, bro. In 2009, that's what I was doing. This guy was managing Middlesbrough and getting relegated and stuff. I think he got relegated in 2009 with Middlesbrough or something like that. That's the last time he's had a club job. He's been international since what, 2000 and when did he take over England? Was it 2016? When was the World Cup again? 14? I forgot. Anyways, that's when he took on the job. So he spent a few years without a job, took on internationals. This guy hasn't been a club manager since then. If he comes in, bro, I swear to God, bro. So you're telling me, people saying 2016. Okay, so see how long ago that was. Staffy was vibing in Alexandria. Yeah, I was, bro. I really was. I was enjoying the Mediterranean. I was swimming in the beach. That's the last time this guy coached a club. If we bring him in, bro, I can't look at them and be like they're serious. They know what they're doing. Because we're talking about Omar Barada, part of the City Group. Did a great job. The whole group did a great job. We're getting one of the best in class in what he does. Hired him as a CEO, ready to take that step up and all that stuff. His resume speaks for him. Jason Wilcox worked at City, worked at Middlesbrough, not Middlesbrough, Southampton, managed that City youth team, put that City youth team together, the academy together. The guy has an eye for talent. You know, he's going to come in and bring us the right players for the right structure and all that. You know, Dan Ashworth, you know, Ineos, what they did in France and how respected they are in Europe, running a multi-club model now and all that. I can't be hyping up all that. And then the first appointment they make is Southgate. There's no way. There's no way you're telling me.
He can be the English Arteta, bro.
Don't take the piss, bro. I would take Arteta any day over this guy. Arteta has actually proven that he's a big club manager, but he just needs to win something to back his argument. But he's actually done a job. This guy, bro, there's a reason why the whole
with the kids, you've got Mason Mount, you got Garnacho, you got Maino, you got
no, he's not a kid. What do you mean he's good with the kids? Mount is like 26, 27, bro.
Okay, but the rest of the kids, Maino, Garnacho, Rasmus Højlund.
This guy, bro, you're talking about a manager that had one of the best generations in recent years in England, and he's still to win anything with them. The guy lost against one of the worst Italy teams that didn't even make a World Cup in his backyard in the Euros. The guy set up defensively after 10 minutes when he took the lead. Remember that when Luke Shaw scored in the first 10 minutes?
It takes time, bro. That is different. It's different, but this ain't FIFA. It takes time. That's international management, bro.
See, this is what I'm saying. You're just taking the piss. I know you're trying to hard this right now. This Southgate guy, listen, though, if there's one manager I will go out on the minute before he even gets hired is Southgate, because there is nothing in this guy's CV and his career or just watching the football that he's played for England for about 8 years now, going into a decade. where I look at him like, you know what, this guy should be a club manager. No effing chance. No chance. This guy's talent ID is shit. Some of the players he leaves out for England and some of the players that he played for England over the years, absolute bum. I don't want him nowhere near the club. If he comes in, bro,
What
it's
if he
only
gets
because
the
of
right recruitment, though? What if he gets the players that you want?
what do you mean? But I don't even know the players that I want. So what is the right recruitment?
Okay,
Are you talking about me personally or just the club?
You rate. Well, let's say he gets the players that you rate. Do you trust him?
No, because he doesn't have a style of play and he doesn't have a winning CV. So it's like, I'll tell you something. If people make a comparison between De Zerbi and Tuchel as an example, one has a definite style of play and one is a winner. People can argue which one do you want? Which one do you think is more sustainable? Should we get a manager that implements a style of play in across all ages, by the way, not just the first team? Because we could do basically what Pep did. What Pep went into City, and the way they play football has went all the way from the first team down to the academy, where now every time they get an academy graduate, they go into the team and they know how to play. They're kind of doing like what Barca used to do and Ajax used to do and all these big clubs. People can go down that route. And there's people that will go with Tuchel and be like, you know what? Tuchel's a very good tactician, very good in-game manager. He's won stuff before. He's won stuff in England, France, in Germany. Give him the job. Give him 3 years. He'll get you competing. I'll understand both of them. I won't be 100% on either one. But what does Southgate have? Is he a good developer of talent? No. Does he have a good talent ID? The guy who's used the midfield of Henderson and Calvin Phillips for years. So no. Has he won anything? No. So he actually doesn't check anything. Like the way I'm looking at it, if there's a checklist for managers, no one goes over 50, 60%. Like if I'm checking all the boxes, I'm just trying to see who ticks the most. There's no one that ticks all of them because I don't think there's any clear candidates out there where I'm like 100% want this guy. The one person that ticks no boxes is Southgate. That's what I'm saying. I honestly think it's just a link because of what's his name, Sir Jim. Let's be honest. If we had other owners, like if Qatar bought us, I highly doubt this link would have ever been a thing. I feel like this is just a media thing because he's maybe on the list since they're looking at all the free agent managers going to next season. Because Southgate after the Euros, I think he's gone, so he's just on the list by default. But I highly doubt, bro. I highly doubt we get this guy. If we do get this guy, bro, no more Staffy TV. You're gonna be like, Staffy, do you want to do a show, bro? Channel is down now. The channel is down for now. You know, it's either that or I'm just turning it into a Knicks channel. You want to tune into NBA? Tune into Staffy TV. United stuff can't be, bro. Can't be. I can't find myself doing content saying, okay, today's Southgate lineup in the league, first game of the league. Southgate puts out this. I can't, bro. I really can't. No. There's no way, wallah. There's no way. If that happens, bro, just check on me. Shoot me a text, be like, yo, Stuffy, you're good. You need to talk. Because I won't be good, bro. I promise you I won't be good. Something's going to happen to me.
Outside the Premier League, what manager would you like to go to Man United?
As I said, bro, I don't have a clear candidate. I mean, when you look at the options that are being linked with us, I think we might get Tuchel, if I'm being honest with you. Is Tuchel ideal for me? Probably not. But is he a good candidate? Yes. You know, I've given him a lot of slander throughout the years, but I look at Tuchel. He went into that Chelsea team that Lampard was saying is not good enough and won a Champions League with them right away. So that just shows me he could get the best out of a group of players that another manager couldn't. So that's already something that I see from him. I think he's a very good in-game manager, which is a good thing, and it's a detriment at the same time because I feel like he's such a short-sighted manager. He's more of this old school generation of managers. Like he reminds me more of a Mourinho, of a what's his name, of an Ancelotti, of a I wouldn't even say club because club is a little bit different to them. But he's that old school manager where you look at the football that they play and you can't really name the style of football. You can name what he likes in his teams, but you can't say what style of football this is, which is okay. But I feel like also he needs a very good crop of players to actually get him to win something because I think he's very good at motivating players to win. He's a very good man manager. He's good at calling out the rats in the team as well because we've seen him fall out with other players. So he won't be shy to call out the shit players and say, get this guy sold or get rid of this guy. But the thing is, he's not going to be sustainable in the league. I don't think he's proven throughout his time in management that he's a sustainable league manager. Because you look at the Chelsea team he added a lot of pieces to that team that won the Champions League, and he regressed in the league. He fell off. He never competed, and they were supposed to compete. Remember that season they added Lukaku and all that, you know? So he gives me some doubts on that. I don't know if he's a good sustainable league manager. But you bring him in, you give him a 3-year period, you start adding players that are more on the ready or almost ready side, get rid of the shit ones that we have, and we'll pick up a few
Who
trophies
would you
on the
get rid
way.
of just quickly? Who would you get rid of? Name
Bro,
off the top of your head the
don't
man.
tell me, don't tell me who would you get rid of and tell me quickly, because I could sit here all day. Tell me who would you keep.
Like, just say
That's,
that. Okay, who would you keep? Okay, fine, that's faster. Who would you keep?
that's a lot faster. Realistically, I know I can't get rid of all these players, but
Well, you can. You can
no,
get rid of the
because
majority.
but that's the thing. I would get rid of. Wallahi, I'm not joking when I say this. I would get rid of anyone but Manu. I really don't care. I'm not saying sell everyone but Manu because that's not gonna happen. He's the only one to me that's untouchable. If we go, and I'll give you reasons real quick. I'm not gonna dwell over it too much. Onana, has he proven in his first season that he deserves a second year? No. Will he be here? Yeah, probably. But does he deserve a second year? You can't say that he's done because he's had some good times and he's had some shocking times. He's made some good saves and he's made some horrific errors. So many times he lets an easy
He's got
ball
better,
go in.
but the bar was so low, he could only go up.
Exactly. It was so low. He single-handedly eliminated us from the Champions League, and that's gonna be on him. In the league, his stats are still decent. Like, I gotta cut him some slack because he's conceded the most shots in the league. That's insane. That's insane that you have conceded the most shots in the league. Like, we're not Sheffield, we're not Burnley, we're not these dead teams, we're not Luton. We're conceding the most shots in the league, or the second most. I think we're 0.02 behind Sheffield. That's crazy to me. So when you're talking about Onana, I gotta cut him some slack, but he's also not done a good job. So he doesn't really warrant himself. Like, he's not 100% solidified for next season. Look at the back line. Other than Dello, really, I don't think anyone has had a good season. You know,
Yeah, your
Martinez has
fans
been
always talk
injured a
about
lot.
Delo, man. They always say like Delo's actually a decent
He's been
defender.
solid because he's improved, but unfortunately, he's improved
He's up
in
and
one of our
down.
worst. He's what? Oh, he said he's up and down. He has been a little bit up and down, but he's been more up for me this season, in my opinion. So when you compare him to the whole of a back line, Varane wants to leave anyway, so he's gonna get gone because he's not gonna take a pay cut. So Varane is gone. Maguire, if we get a suitable price, I think this summer there's a better chance selling Maguire than last season because last season he wasn't good. This season he's been decent, so you might actually get a good 30 to 40 million for him if you're lucky. Um, Evans, listen, I think Evans has done well in moments, but the guy he should be in a retirement home right now. So I shouldn't see him here next season. He's done well for his level, but it's not acceptable for United level at all. Martinez has been injured. They'll probably keep him, but he has to stay fit this season. If he doesn't stay fit, then we have to have some serious convos about him being replaced. Luke Shaw, listen, this is one that I actually always go against the grain, and I actually say he's a good player. But when people told me he's missed over 50% of his matches at United, how can I argue that? When people tell me he's not fit and he's overweight, how can I argue that? They're not wrong for saying that. So he's one that needs to go to. If not, he definitely has to be a bench option next season because I can't rely on him to be in a consistent back four, whether it's in a center back position or a left back position, because I know at some point he's going to break down. So I would keep him only if he's going to sit on the bench and he's going to be a backup role. I know he can't play 38 games for me in the season anymore. You know, so he's someone that's either going to get sold or, bro, you got to start sitting on the bench a little bit. My last said there's no point of even talking about him because he's been out with his failed surgery this season and he's had his mental issues. So I'm not going to talk about the mental issues of his season, you know. But going into the midfield, Ericsson, thank you for your service, but it's time to go. You're clearly past your prime. He needs to go. Amrabat is going to leave on his go back from his loan, so he needs to go. Casemiro, I'll drive him to the airport myself. I'll take him to Saudi Arabia if he needs a translator, just to make sure that he's signed.
I think Casemiro doesn't want to play for this manager.
He doesn't want to, and I think his legs are gone anyways. Because I've seen it in preseason, and a lot of people here who watch my content will tell you that. Because I got mocked in the summer for saying sell him, bro. I'm telling you, Northside. All I had to do was go to the preseason game here, 30 minutes away from where I live. Watch this guy play, and then I watched him play against Dortmund, and I said, sell this guy.
No, I think
Everyone said I'm crazy.
I think you'll get a lot better from Casemiro. Like he's still, I don't think he's at the elite, but I think there's still a good player in there. The thing is, you guys have no defensive structure, and then you put him in a defense. It makes no sense. He's playing as a centre back and he has no DM to cover him. It's like, and then he doesn't like this manager. I think there's a lot of players in your.
I think he doesn't like the manager. I agree with you, but I've seen
I
him
don't think
also
he's
play in
even
the
trying,
midfield and be
bro.
shit. He was shit in the midfield too. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I
Before
don't think
things
he
went
wants to
really
play
bad,
for
he
him.
was still shit. No,
I
I
don't.
agree
I
with
don't
you.
think. I don't think he wants to play. I think the majority, you're right, they're not good enough. But I think there's certain players that don't want to play for him, bro. Like this guy's been at the elite level, been at Real Madrid. Do you really think he respects this guy? Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's also that thing, like certain players have been isolated, and certain players are friends. I think your players are just trying to throw him under the bus, and rightfully so, because your manager's been a joke. His decision making's been inconsistent. He disciplines one player one way, and the other player gets away with it. He backs.
Oh, he's a
Anthony.
clown, 100%. 100%, he's a clown.
Like he backs Anthony, but when it's Sancho, it's like he throws him to the wolves. He's an absolute bro. Sancho's been absolutely cooking for Dortmund, absolutely cooking, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And he tried to paint him out like Sancho's the problem and this and that, but it's like, bro, he doesn't have any problems at Dortmund. I remember when we got Aubameyang and there was rumors about, he always gets up to no good and this and that. No, sometimes certain players don't like certain sporting directors or certain managers. You know what I mean? And it might be on a personal level that they don't like them or don't like how they've been treated. Do you know what I'm saying? Because how can you see one version of one player one place and then another version of a player completely different? You know what I mean?
No, you're not wrong, bro. But the reason I'm staying, I stand on business with this one is because I legit said it before the season started. Like I saw him in preseason and I thought this guy, I can't go into. I've never been a fan of Casemiro, if I'm being honest with you. Last year he had a good season with us, but I've never been a fan of Casemiro because I feel like the minute you try to play more football and he's asked to do more on the football, he starts getting exposed because he likes to just he does what Bruno does. He just plays.
But if that's not his game, though, like for example, you man use Sancho. Yeah, one thing I've seen about Sancho when I watched him in the Champions League, I watched him even more. He's not the type of player that's going to burn you for pace. He's the type of player he can take on a man and he tries to link up play. He's not somebody that's going to burn you every single time. Yeah, in short spaces, he's good. Like if he's just outside the box, he can beat a man and score. But he's not going to run the whole length of the pitch like how you get Rashford. And the thing is, your manager at times asks players to do things that's not their strengths. That's when I put it down.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I say the same thing about Arteta. You ask Zinchenko to defend when his weakness is defending. You've put at times Jorginho to defend when his weakness is defending. Both players are more expressive players, and it's more about their passing and what they do in the final third. There's a level of you can't ask a player to do something that's just not them. You either play to their strengths or you use them sparingly to their strengths, depending on the opposition.
Okay, so what are his strengths, though? Let me ask you, what are Casemiro's strengths? You're probably going to say what? Tackling and breaking a play, right?
Yeah.
His stats, I'm telling you, this season have dropped massively. Like I can read them to you. I think I sent it to one of my friends the other day. His individual stats, I understand the structure. I understand everything. I have it right here, right now. Like let me just tell you the stats from last season and this season. So last season, I'm going to start with the stat from last season and I'm going to compare it to this season. So interceptions, he was at a 1.44. Right now he's on a 0.84. So he dropped by like what? About 0.60. Last season, he lost only 1.6 of his challenges. This season, he's losing 2.73 of his challenges. Last season, he was dispossessed of the ball only about 0.59 times. This season is on 0.79. Last season, he won the possession in the midfield 4.61. So that has nothing to do with his stats and the center back, by the way. So in the midfield, he won 4.61 times the possession in the midfield last season. This season is on 2.5. Everything individually has dropped. And I watch him and I use the eye test before I ever use the stats because I'm telling you, I watched him in preseason. I said, this guy is not it. He spends more time on the floor and rushing into tackles instead of actually staying on his feet and backing up with an attacker. We've seen it against Ulisse last game. Bro, the guy was I'm telling you, he's just doing what he wants at this point because he's given up on the manager. But from the beginning of the season, he just showed massive signs of regression. I have never been a fan of him anyway, so it's easier for me to stay with that and stay consistent with that. But regardless of it's the manager or him, he's about to be 32 next season. His fitness levels are not going to get up. He's not going to get faster. He's not going to get any more physical. He's on the bad side now of its career. Like it only gets worse from here. It won't get better. And I would cash on him because it's saying Saudi Arabia wants him for 40 million. Well, that's 40 million that I could go spend on another DM and go get someone out there from the league or from Europe. Someone who's going to be in their prime. If we want someone to break up play and all that, I kept on and go get Onana from Everton. The guy has some of the best breakup stats in the league. If you want to get someone who's just known for breaking up play, go get him because he's better on the half turn. He's better at progressing the ball, and he's much younger. He's about 22, 23. Go get him. I don't want.
I don't think that it can be useful though, Staffy. Yeah, if you're at a workplace and you don't feel valued and you don't feel like you're being used in the right way, your stats are going to go down because we're all human. And if we don't feel valued or used in the correct way, eventually we're like, well, I don't really care. This is just a job. And I feel like with certain players, I think that's what it's got to with this manager. It's like we don't like the inconsistencies in discipline. We don't like the favoritism. We don't like the way you handle the team. We don't like the fact that defending, is a team game. You defend as a team. Yeah, it's not just Arsenal that defend as a team. We always talk about defensive shape. When Real Madrid played Bayern Munich, they kept a great defensive shape. It's not just an individual. When there's no structure, that's when you start seeing players lunging all over the place. I remember when we used to get Xhaka to do defensive roles. It's not his position, and our defensive structure wasn't good because as an individual, he's getting exposed. That's when you start seeing rash tackles. That's when you start seeing red cards. I've seen it also with Zinchenko, and I think our defensive structure is pretty good. There is no structure around him, bro. It's a team game. Whenever you play football, power league. I mean, we got in the UK, we got power league. Every time I've been asked to defend, I always need my other defenders to also know what they're doing. We've just said, when you guys go forward and open up, nobody knows how to get back into the right position. So what happens?
100%. It's because of 100% is structure.
Certain players start being erratic. Do you know what I'm saying? And it makes certain individuals look worse. One, because they don't want to play for the manager, and two, they're being exposed because you can't be having fullbacks bombing forward, not getting back. You can't have Casemiro playing in centre back and then have nobody to shield the back line. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And he don't want to play centre back. I'm sure he don't want to play centre back, bro.
No, I agree with you, but he's been doing that in the midfield, bro. Go ahead.
I'd much rather believe in a player that I've seen at the elite level do it, which he has, with a manager that knows his best position and knows how to use him properly, than say he's done and it's, you know what I mean? Like, bro, he's done it. So we've seen in the right system being managed the right way, he's able to perform in the elite level. Whether you rate him or not, he has done that. So that's the thing, why I just feel like I get you and everything else. I think when it comes to Casemiro, I just feel like he's just checked out, bro. I feel like he checked out.
I hear you, but listen, everything you said is, by the way, is correct. But it's been the whole squad anyways. So he's not the only one who's been played out of position. He's not been the only one who's confused on his positioning on the pitch. He's not been the only one who's suffering from this manager's tactics. I'm just saying on his personal level, because I've seen it before the season started. I've seen it in the beginning of the season when he was playing in midfield. I've seen so many instances where this guy's losing a lot of his one-on-one duels all around the pitch, regardless if he has to track back or not. I've seen him. He's been getting skinned all season. I can go make a compilation from game one until now. You know, some of it is positioning issues with the manager, and some of it is on him. You know, so I would just cash in anyways and go get someone, because it's not like I'm making an excuse for the manager. The manager has to go before him. But I don't see a future with Casemiro anyway. So for me, he has to go. I don't want him next season. I'd rather go get another DM and improve the midfield anyways. Because after Casemiro, I was also going to say, what's his name? Bruno also has to go. This guy's not captain material. I know people are going to talk about his stats and say, oh, look, he has more GA than Odegaard. Yeah, but look at the way that we play football. He gets in these positions more anyways to get GA than Odegaard. But he doesn't play better football than Odegaard. We all watch the same games. Let's just be very honest. You can judge it based on a sofa score rating, or you can judge it with what you see with your eyes. Yes, converting a penalty is good. Yes, getting a goal is good. I appreciate that. But let's not act like Odegaard is not a much better player in a much better system than him anyways. Because I don't think Bruno swaps with Odegaard and he goes into that Arsenal team and makes him better. If anything, I think he makes him worse. I think he loses the ball more. I think he gets himself in positions off the ball a lot more incorrect than he does with United. Because I've seen him in United press beyond the back the attackers, where he should be holding the midfield with the other 8 and the 6 being in a better defensive structure. Yes, he's meant to play the high risk football because he's a 10. He's meant to give up the ball more than anyone else because 10s are meant to give up the ball more. But the decision making, the football IQ, just the tidiness with the ball. I've seen Odegaard take on a man and dribble past him. I've seen the Odegaard off the ball run back and win the ball and defend and keeping a shape. These are all things Bruno doesn't do. Not to mention his personnel as a captain. Not a good captain on the pitch. Always diving on the pitch. Always yelling and moaning and bitching. You know, so many things that don't scream United captain for me. So he has to go as well. Rashford as well. Listen, appreciate the good seasons he's had for United last season, especially when he was absolutely killing it, 40 goals last season. But he has to go too. I think for his betterment and for our betterment, it's time to get a different winger, and it's time for him to try maybe a different team in a different league. You know, sometimes relationships don't work, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the personnel are bad. Sometimes you're just not a good match, and I think it's time for him to try someone else, and it's time for us to take that responsibility that we gave him as being the best player in our team, that I don't think he is, and start giving it to someone else, and start building that front line around someone else. You know, Hoyland, we're not going to get rid of, but I think this guy's, I'm not going to lie. I don't want to say he's a scrub, but he's not 70 million attacker that we signed thinking he's going to be that all-round attacker that does everything for us. The guy is so reliant on he's so reliant on service, bro, and his movements are not that good. He still needs to work on his runs because sometimes he makes the wrong run. He goes near post when he should go far. He goes far when he should go near, you know. And his hold-up play is just almost non-existent. He has a decent link-up play, but when everyone else around him is not clicking, he suffers, and he doesn't offer you a lot. And he's playing. I feel like he's also one that's suffering from the manager because his manager is using him for something he's not good at. He's not a hold-up player. They're trying to use him so much as a hold-up player. Not every player who's 6'3", 6'4", with a tall build is meant to be a target man. Because Haaland is not a target man, you know, and Haaland is about 6'5". Is he a target man? He's not. So I feel like we were using him wrong. But he's not that. He's not that good anyways. There's better Premier League strikers than him. Garnacho, for me, listen, this kid is so overrated. I appreciate his courage. I appreciate that he likes to take accountability and take charge and initiate stuff, but he's not that good of a player either. So see the list that I went through, how many players that I complained about. There's just, our squad is just so limited on the physical aspects and on the technical aspects. We just have such a poor squad. We need to change so much going into this summer. So there's so much change that needs to happen, which is why I told you, just ask me who I want to keep. It's going to be a lot quicker. There's so many players that I'm ready to get rid of. I didn't even get to the bench players, you know, because there's more players on the bench that I probably forgot to mention that I'll get rid of too. Lindelof, I forgot to mention him. He's one of the first players that needs to be out. This guy's been here since what's his name? Since Mourinho. He needs to go. You know, anyone else I missed? I don't know if I missed anyone else. Let the comments let me know.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I think in terms of like the managerial appointments that you guys are getting, I just don't understand why big Man United aren't able to go and try to convince a manager like Simeone or a manager like Inzaghi to come over to Man United. I don't want that to happen, but you got to try. You got to try.
To be honest, Simeone just signed a contract, so he's not going anywhere. I think Simeone would be an idiot to leave them.
Buy him out of the contract.
Okay, good. We have money to go into next season, 100%. I don't think Simeone would ever leave Atletico because he's doing such a great job over there. He feels like home over there, and I think he's the highest paid manager in the world. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but
Simeone,
the power that he has in Atleti, you're a bigger club. Yeah, you've got more history. Yeah, and you're still the most successful club in England, bro. You never know. You never know. The thing is, yeah, if you don't try, you don't know. This is why when Arsenal fans say, "Oh, who would do better, bro?" Yeah, maybe some managers I named, they may not come, but you try. You try.
No, I hear that. Yeah.
See what they're saying. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do you want control? Okay. Cool. You're working with a sporting director, but you'll work together. Both of you will pick the players together. Okay. You want a certain budget? Okay. We'll allow a certain budget. Okay. You want to do this? You want to do that? Okay. You want to affect the training facilities? This is how you negotiate. And you never know. You never know. Like at the end of the day, yeah, Man United are a massive club, yeah, and trust me, bro. There's a lot of managers that would love to take Man United back to the levels that they were with Fergie, bro. There's a lot of managers in that pool. People underestimate it, yeah. And I still feel like my club's still got a pool. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of managers that went to clubs that I didn't expect them to, like Conte and Mourinho going to Tottenham. I did not expect that. Ancelotti going to Everton. Those are transfers that I thought, nah, bro. Nobody expected Ancelotti to go to Everton, but he went. So maybe they sold him on a project. Yeah, it didn't come to fruition the way that they wanted it to. Yeah, but if you don't try, you don't know. You don't know. And at the end of the day, there's contracts to be bought. Let's be real. Even I don't even know how much his contract is, yeah, but it's still probably less than paying for a striker. It's still less than paying for a striker in this market. So buy him out of the contract. We buy players out of the contract. Why can't you buy managers out of the contract? Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's not even a money thing, bro. I understand it's up to the manager, but you should be talking to managers like this. Mancini, proven winner. Proven winner. You know what I'm saying? Inzaghi, why would he stay at Inter Milan? How many?
I would go for an Inzaghi. I like Inzaghi. I actually agree with you with that. And Inzaghi, I think he knows, even though Inter win the league almost every year,
they're selling the best players.
They're always selling because of the Chinese sanctions that they have. I wouldn't even say it's sanctions. I don't know how to describe it. But for people who don't know, because them being Chinese owned, the Chinese government allows businessmen to only spend to a certain amount outside of the country. So you're meant to invest in the Chinese economy more than outside. So since Inter is in Italy, they're not allowed to spend over a certain percentage outside of their home country. So that's why every year you see them competing, but they will go ahead and sell Onana, who was the best goalkeeper in Europe at that time, or in the UEFA Champions League at that time. Who was that they sell? They always sell their best players, basically, is what we're trying to say. So they've always been a seller's club, but just because of the financial situation. Inzaghi will always know that he has limitations on what he could do in that team and how much he can invest to eventually become a dominant force in Europe. I'm not saying he comes into United and he becomes a dominant force, but if you come in with the right people, they give you the money that they want, like your contract, and then you start recruiting for the next few years the players that you want to try to build a team that dominates Europe. You have a more capability doing that in United than in Inter, just because you'll be allowed to spend more in United than in Inter. So especially that the Ineos paid off a part of the debt when I think they already made like a payment of like 200 million or whatever of the debt that's on the club. Because of that, with FFP going into next season, I could swear next season we have about 100 or 150 more to spend on our budget. So we're actually going into next summer with a big budget to spend on players, with the sales that we're already going to do. So next season, the next manager, I think next summer
it's always been
going to be what?
It's never been about money. That's why
it's always been a structure issue. Yeah, 100%.
For Man United to get back to the top, this is why I don't want the right appointment. Man United don't need an injection of money. Man United have money. All they need is a proper structure, proper scouting, because your scouting's been all over the place. Let's be real. You overpaid for Anthony. You've overpaid for Rasmus. Do you know what I mean? You overpaid for Bruno. There's loads of players you've overpaid for. Or even when you bought players that I rate, like Pogba, you didn't build properly around that team. All you need is structure. You've got the finances. You can compete with Man City. You just put stupid players like Maguire on stupid wages, paying stupid money. And that's what it is, bro. So this is what I'm saying. Like Hansi Flick is definitely another manager. Do you know what I mean? That
he's going to Bayern. He's going to go back to Bayern.
Bro, ban all of that. Yeah, you lot should be in there talking to him, bro. Like, bro, is he signed on the dotted line? Until he signs on the dotted line, yeah, nothing's done. Like, you guys should be making these kinds of moves, yeah? And I know you got a sporting director, and then that means that you're going to have structure in the way that you recruit players and you want managers that fit in line. But, bro, the best option Man United can get is Tommy Tuchel and Southgate. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
do you rate Tuchel? Or how do you feel about Tuchel?
Bro, he's all right for quickly getting you a trophy, but long term, he ain't the guy. And listen, I know it's no longer the long term of Fergie and Wenger, but bro, I don't really rate him that highly. I don't think he's trash. I just don't rate him as highly as the other names that I said. I feel like they're managers that can keep up sustained success, whereas I don't feel like Tommy Tuchel can keep up sustained success. So that's the problem I've got with him. His time at Bayern, his time at Chelsea, I just don't think he can sustain success. And that is why I feel like... But listen, at the end of the day, Arsenal have gone through so long without winning the league. I don't care if a manager comes in, wins me one Premier League and an F's off. I don't care. Because at least I'm guaranteed winning a major honour. Do you get what I'm saying? Instead of being in a project that I don't know and it's going to take me 5, 6, 7 years to even see if we're going to win. And then we're going to have to restart all over again. So I can only tell you from an Arsenal's perspective, yeah, I'd rather a sure deal than something may come good. It may come good in 5, 6 years. Okay, it may come good and it may not come good. But, bro, like another 6, 7 years, bro, we're going on to 26 years, 27 years. I'm not waiting all of that to see if something... Do you get what I mean? So it's kind of how you look at it. Man United, 12 years without a major trophy. Do you look at it as we must win now? Tommy Tuchel's not a bad option. He doesn't absolutely guarantee you. Then again, no manager guarantees you. And every time I put out a name for Arsenal anyway, people are like, oh, okay, but what if he doesn't win? But the energy is the same for me. Whether I rate you or not, if you don't deliver for my club, I want you out. If I got Simeone and he didn't deliver, I want him out. I'm Simeone out. Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't really care about who the person is. I just care about the betterment of my club. And if you get given support and money and you don't deliver, for me, it's time to go. Regardless if I rate you or not. Certain man, listen, you just didn't work out. Like Mourinho didn't work out for Tottenham. Doesn't mean he's a bum of a manager. Didn't work out. So it is what it is, isn't it? Like, you know, I can still rate you, but I'm like, yo, you didn't do it for my club. Sorry. Next person. And we'll keep going until we find the right person. But all this prolonged 6, 7, 8 years, unless you're winning, yeah, and it doesn't mean that you have to completely dominate. But I feel like if you're winning every 2 years or every 3 years, okay, cool. Now I can understand you're winning major honors. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's got the God-given right to win every year. That's what we want, but no one's got the right.
Happen, yeah.
It's not gonna happen. But if in 6 years you've won me 3 major honors, I'm like, cool. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool. That's a good return. So it is what it is, man. Do you know what I'm saying? But listen, I want to be winning every year. It is possible, but it is where it is. Even Real Madrid don't win the Champions League every year. Do you know what I'm saying? But they're always up there. It doesn't take them 20 years, 30 years, 16 years to flipping win a Champions League again, as an example. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't take Real Madrid 20 years to win a league title. It doesn't even take them 5 years to win another league title. Do you know what I'm saying? They're always up there. So it's one of them ones. Listen, we're going to wrap up. Make sure you're liking and subscribing through that footer, not only to NorthsideLDN, but also to Staffy. The link to his channel is in the title. Make sure you do all of that. Yeah? Don't let me get the slip out again. Before we wrap up, what's your prediction, bro?
At least a minimum 3-0. It has to be. There's no way you don't put 3 past us. I've seen worse teams come up to us and put 2 or 3 past us. I've seen relegation sides pull up to us and put 2 or 3 past us. I've seen Coventry put 3 past us. I've seen Sheffield put 2. I've seen Burnley. How much did we draw with Burnley? What was it? 1-1? I forgot what was the score with Burnley. Either 1-1 or 2-2, something like that. And just recently, Palace put 4 past us. No way you don't put at least 3 past us, bro. There's no way. I don't see a world where we just were able to hold you guys back. Like, we're going to try to probably sit back and defend, and I don't think we have an answer to you. There's no way. If you don't, bro, I'm telling you, sack this manager right away if he doesn't beat us, and these players walk back home. 1-1 is crazy, bro. Get off that Moroccan hashish, bro. That's what you do. It has to be the Moroccan hashish. That's no way anyone's looking at this team and saying, no way you watched that Palace game and you said, you know, see that United team, that team can get a draw out of the Arsenal game. No way, bro. It's Hopio. No. We're going to smash, bro.
Staffy, man. Listen, guys, we found someone more toxic and negative than me. We found someone that is more toxic and negative. The whole show, this guy's been moaning. It took Klopp 4 years. Yeah, it took Klopp 4 years. He came into a toxic team. Yeah, toxic team. He's had to deal with drama with Anthony, drama with Sancho, drama with Greenwood. Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, who would do a better job? That's realistic. You are so toxic and negative. Yeah, you don't deserve. Fans like you don't deserve success.
Listen, bro, hold on. Give me a second. Listen, bro. If you don't want to hear me moan and be toxic and negative and believe in a manager and believe in a set of players, catch me on Friday. Listen, let's go Knicks. Listen, real manager, real squad. No bitching, no moaning, no complaining. Just good vibes. A team that I actually can believe in and trust in, and I have nothing bad to say about them. This United team has killed me, bro. I've had enough, bro. Had enough, bro, and I don't care anymore.
Bro, it takes time. Listen, yeah. Let me say one thing, yeah. Trust the process, yeah. Arteta finished 8th and 8th in 2 years and won a cup. That's the same as you guys.
You know, they like to tell me that nowadays. They're like, oh, but Arteta did this, and that. I'm like, hold on a minute. First of all, Arteta didn't spend more money than him in his first year. Okay. This guy actually regressed from last season into this season. He went from 3rd and and winning a cup to finishing 8th right now. We'll see if he wins a cup, and if he does, respect to that. I'll give him respect for that. But how are the situations comparable? Arteta came in and was crazy enough to start chopping off all the big players, saying get them out, get them out, get them out. But this guy's just adding more of his players to the shit players that we have and saying, oh, but I don't have my own players. You had 7 of 11 of them in the last game. Ericsson, his signing. Casemiro, his signing. Højlund, his signing. Anthony, his signing. Unana, his signing. Evans, his signing. Who else? Casemiro, his signing.
Yeah, but you need to, bro.
Mount,
you don't understand. Yeah, it's a 4-phase process. Yeah, first, actually, it's not that. That's when you can be in the top 4. Do you know what I'm saying? And then after that, we'll get to you. It's year by year analysis on when the process will bang. Yeah. Also, he's got some of his players, bro, but some of those players are not his players. It takes time. It takes time, bro. He can't play his style of football and judge him when he has his whole team. Judge him with his whole team.
You're a pussy for that. I've had enough of you, bro. I can't come back on your channel until United are good again. I've had enough, bro. I've had enough. You better make sure you win the league. Because if you don't, bro, I'm gonna be on this channel with some bullshit, man.
You already know you're tuning in. If Arsenal lose, bro, you know I'm gonna lose it because I'm not having it.
Hey, I'm a spliff you, Ten Hag, and your manager, all of you guys together. I'm gonna be on here with a shisha, and people are gonna ask me what flavor. I'm gonna be like, it's a mix of all 3 of you guys. I'm gonna spliff all of you guys because I've had enough of you, man. I've actually had enough of you. I can't wait for it
again as well. So that means, that means, stop being toxic and negative. That means, if he wins that, in 2 years, he won more cups than Arteta. And look at where Arsenal are now. Every year, putting the pressure on. Every year. Putting the pressure on, bro. Put the pressure on.
We sacked Louis van Gaal after winning the FA Cup final. What does that mean to me?
They can't do it because you don't believe. Yeah? Imagine
they're actually blaming the fans.
Right now.
I've had people say it's the fans' fault, and I said, why? Because you guys keep comparing this and that to Sir Alex. And I'm like, well, hold on a minute. Because I'm comparing the standards to where we should have been and where we once were and where we should have stayed. That's my fault. Is my fault for holding the standards and keeping the standards high? It's okay. This is what I clocked. People give shit to United fans for holding the standards to what Fergie used to have us at. People give Arsenal fans shit for holding the standards to what you used to be at Highbury. People give Chelsea fans for wanting to keep the standards to what they had under Roman Abramovich. And I'm like, but none of us are wrong, are we? Because we were there. Why did I drop off? Why can't I ask for something that I've already seen? It's not like I'm Spurs and I've never seen us be good. And I'm like, oh, all of a sudden I want us to compete every year. Yeah, you can go to them with that bullshit. That's not my fault. I'm not Spurs. I've seen more trophies in my childhood than most of you guys. So why can I not ask for that? I'm not asking for another Fergie.
Different now, and we've got FFP. The landscape of football is different now.
Well, bro, then I'm gonna stick to NBA, like I told you, because NBA is the only sport that can actually afford a 3-4 year process, because they actually do that. In NBA, they actually blow up teams on a purpose, get rid of all the big names, and rebuild with new college drafts every year, and they build a new project after 3-4 years. That's actually the one sport where actually everyone does the same thing. Not one team. No team stays on top the whole time, which is why that's the only sport where it's acceptable to say we're in a process. I'm gonna fuck off the NBA.
Isn't that because it's more of a draft system? They don't buy.
Yeah. So what they do is the minute you see that your players are aging and you're not gonna win anything anymore, some players start requesting moves. What they do is they get rid of all the good players. They send them to other teams. If some of them are still around their prime or just about, they send them to other teams. They start doing it there. In reward, you get picks, and with these picks, you start drafting young players, and you draft like 20-year-olds and 19-year-olds who, in about 2-3 years, they start becoming the best players in the league. So it takes you about 3-4 years to build a new team, and you start competing again. But everyone does it.
NBA, bro.
No. NBA, everyone does it.
You know
everyone
what?
In the NBA.
You want to be the Mancunian League gunner. That's what you want. Yeah. That's what you want to do. You just want to be negative. Yeah. It takes them. They all grow up together. This is what Project Youth is about. They all grow up together.
Yeah, but go do that in NBA. Football, bro. Listen, I know this football ain't for me. That's what I'm saying. When everyone told me stick to NBA, wallahi, you guys were right. They were right, bro. I'm the one who was arrogant enough to say, no. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that. I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to defend the standards. Khalas, I don't want standards, bro. I'm going to do Project Youth in the NBA where everyone else does it. So I'm not the only one doing it. But in terms of football, bro, go get Southgate. Go be Project Ineos. Go be Project everything else, and just leave me alone. This sport is not for me, bro. I gotta give it up. The next time you invite me, you're gonna see Staffy TV in blue. You're gonna see the orange and blue. You're gonna see Nick's decorations behind me, and you're gonna be like, "Yo, Staffy football talking about." Whoa, Northside. I'm sorry, switch sports. If you need an NBA watch along, an NBA preview, I'll do that. Football, it's not for me anymore. I can't do this no more. No, bro. I'm not doing this no more. I've had enough.
We always knew you're a fake fan. Fake fan. Yeah? Fake
Expose.
fan.
Change the title now. Change the title.
Wins the league, yeah? Yeah. Make your apology allows your disrespect. Make sure it's as loud, yeah? Make sure you apologize. You know what I'm saying?
Change the title now. Change the title to Man United fan exposed. Fake fan. Parentheses. We'll just post a hot debate.
Staffy exposed. That's what you want, yeah?
Yeah. Change it. Staffy exposed. Fake fan. Always supported the NBA. Change it to that.
Fake fan exposed.
Exclusive on NorthsideLDN. Fake United fan exposed.
Exclusive. Hold on. Let me put the fire emoji because it makes it more dramatic. And then I'll put the head explosion as well. That will help the numbers as well. And then the spark. You know what I'm saying? We got to put some Hollywood in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Put some emojis in there.
Fake Man United fan.
Exposed. And then put stick to NBA ?
Exposed. Exclusive. Returns to New York. Was it New York? Hold on. No. I was like, Lee Gunner wannabe.
Nah, I'm crying, bro. I knew this show was gonna be something else. I need some more.
Lee Gunner wannabe.
Bro, that's a long ass title, bro.
Huh? Actually, you know what? Let me just put the thinking emoji. Bun that. Let's do that. Right. Look at that. Hold on. Let me put the exclamation mark as well because we got to over dramatic it. You know what I'm saying? What time when you finish that puta, yeah? They just don't like you, yeah? We'll just actually buy into that. Exposed. He's been exposed.
And now they're gonna call you a clickbait merchant.
They're
gonna call you clickbait. Northside clickbait merchant. They're gonna share it on Twitter now.
Fake United fan exposed exclusive. Flipping out. I sound like I'm the sun or something.
Bro, you really do, bro.
That's it, man. That's it. Yeah. I hope you get bombarded on your channel. The link is there. I hope you get bombarded with your fake fan. You're a fake fan.
It wouldn't be the first time I heard that. So it's okay. It wouldn't be the first time I heard it all season, bro. But now everyone's like, "Oh, Staffy was right. Staffy was right. Oh yeah, because I needed the validation, bro. Of course I was right, bro. No one in their right mind watched this football and thought anything was gonna happen. People are acting like I'm the. Oh, you forgot the sirens. The sirens. Yeah. You got to put 2 in the beginning, 2 in the end. And you know,
that means the top are coming for you. It's like Amber.
Yeah. And you put in the parentheses exclusive, all caps.
Yeah, all caps. I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail. Get a picture of you like this with a Knicks shirt. Look at that. Going like this. You know, like celebrities when you catch them and they're like this. No.
Take a picture of this. I'm gonna post for it. Me signing for the new team.
Look at that. So fake, man. Look at this guy. Blue as well. I knew he was a glory hunting Chelsea fan. I knew it. All the signs were there. That's calm.
That should be good for the thumbnail now.
Yeah. That'll be good. Yeah, that'd be good. Exposed, man. Exposed. You're getting clipped every day.
Now you put that on the thumbnail.
I'm gonna change the thumbnail. But yeah, man, the chat's saying you gotta believe, man. Everybody's saying you just gotta believe, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
The whole chat got this off, bro.
You gotta believe. But listen, big up to Staffy. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to my guy Staffy. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're doing all that good stuff.
We're 600 subs away from 5K. 600 subs away from 5K. If we
there
can get 600 subs, I don't know what to say, man. Come on,
man. There's 100 of you in there right now. So let's get it down to 500 at least minimum right now with the people that are watching right now. Do you know what I'm saying? We're almost at 100 likes. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of real ones out here. He's a real one, real Man United fan. Do you know what I'm saying? That ain't scared to call it out and has been consistent. Yeah, the key is consistency. Yeah, you're not just saying it for the trend. And man has been calling it out, not because he wants it to be true, because that's how he sees it. And that's true fans that want the best for their football club. We call it out because we want better. We call it out because we want to win. That's why. You know what I mean? So listen, make sure you're liking and subscribing to Staffy. Make sure you do all that good stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't watch my dusty wooden spoon. This means good food has been cooked on that. You know what I'm saying? If you're African, you know. You know what I mean? That's the good food there. You know what I mean? That's the good food.
That spoon, listen, it gave me a lot of flashbacks. Gave me a lot of flashbacks. I saw that spoon, bro. It was like, how did Northside get the spoon that my mom used to beat me up with? But then I remembered you're African. I'm like, bro, all our moms had the same spoon. We just cooked something different with it. That spoon has been used to two things. Our moms used it to cook good food with it, and they used it to smack us with it. So there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears on these spoons because we've all been beat up with these spoons growing up, man. You look at this spoon. Everyone had it. Everyone had it.
These are that good food. You know what I mean? No Uber Eats. Yeah, no bowl. None of that. This is the good food. You know what I mean? Not chicken nuggets and flipping, you know what I mean? Jammy Dodgers and all that. No, the proper food. You know what I mean? Make you big and strong. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, listen. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Subscribe to Staffy's almost hitting 5K. 10K is going to come soon, man. I'm telling you, bro. It creeps up, man. It creeps up. Pause. It creeps up. Trust me.
Listen, this summer is going to be a lot of content. So people better tune in now because inshallah, when the summer comes in and there's no football, obviously there will be internationals, but we'll be doing a lot of content. There will be a lot of summer transfer talks, a lot of international football talks. So make sure you tune in. You know, when everyone else is on vacation, we'll be working. I'll tell you that for sure. So make sure you subscribe if you have it. The wooden spoon made you believe. Yeah, bro. Listen, if you want, I think Ten Hag needs that spoon in the locker room. Maybe if he had that spoon, we would be winning more games.
He needs the discipline. That's the problem. He's the one that needs the discipline. But it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? We're redirecting to Dan Potts right now, redirecting to football's 12th man. Make sure when you go in there, tell him Northside Raid, and we're going to redirect. And yeah, man, listen, hopefully Arsenal do what needs to be done. Hopefully we get the 3 points. And if not, you man already know. Yeah? Gunning down the whole team. And I want Arteta out. So it is what it is, man. Without further ado, we're out, man. Love.